How's it going, my friends? Are you well? I hope you're well. Just going to do another potato reveal, and it's another one of these kind of half 160 litre drums that used to contain orange juice. So about 80 litres, and you can see it's not to the top there, so it's probably about 70 litres of soil. And once again, it's that composted farmyard manure from the certified organic farm locally. You can see there's still a bit of growing left on them, but I really want the spuds, so I'm going to cut off all the haulms, set them to the side, tip this bad boy over, and let's see what we've got. I'll see you back in a wee second. So guys, I've just tipped it over. I've removed all the haulms. You can see there's worms and slugs all around the base, and once again it looks like I've layered the base of this pot with a wee slice of cardboard, which is pretty much nearly all completely rotten away. Some nice worms there, and you can see the kind of remnants of it at the bottom of the pot. Lots of worms, really excited. So yeah, let's just get into it. I'll just move this to the side and we'll start breaking in, see if there's any spuds. I'm not going to spend as much time as I normally do. You can see there's loads of spuds, or excuse me, worms there through the medium. It's just that it's really raining at the minute, so I just really want to get the spuds and get going again. Now, interestingly, there wasn't as much growing up the sides. Can you see? There's still a wee bit of algae and a wee bit of green growth from like weeds and stuff, but nothing as well, maybe more up that side. And that's really just because the light's getting through in that container. It's I say it's white, but it's more like a transparent or translucent. I'm not even sure. There's a potato. There we are, and it's Cara. There's a little worm cocoon. I say I'm not going to take too long, but you know what I'm like. There's a seed potato. Still plenty of energy left in that. Looks like it might not even have grown. Thanks to Horty Hugh as well for pointing that out in one of the last ones. There's a nice Cara potato there. There we go. So we'll just set those to the side. Now I've brought a bucket to put the potatoes in. I should probably have lifted a basket, but we'll throw them in there anyway to see how we get on. There's another one. A nice Cara. I'm really enjoying these Cara. They're quite a good Maincrop potato. Luna likes them too, so really pleased with that. But I want these not just for Luna and I, but I'm going to go and visit one of the neighbours, bring them some flowers, and I want to bring a wee basket of vegetables. So another worm cocoon there. I love seeing the worm cocoons. It's nice seeing the worms, but with the worm cocoons you think, oh well, if that hatches we'll maybe get 5 more kind of thing. A couple of little ones there. But no, they're a good size, these spuds. A couple of small ones there, but they're coming out. Jeepers, that's nice and strong. That's quite a good size. That one there's huge. So I know that I've let them go long enough. They could have gone a wee bit longer. You saw the haulms there, but so you've got to harvest sometime, and I think that's, you know, one of the best things about growing your own. You can just lift them whenever you need them. You don't have to worry too much about things like that. There's a wee stone. We'll just throw that to the side. So you can see the compost is quite rough, but really good stuff. Really good stuff. And full of life as well. Is it all going to be Cara? I wonder, are we going... There's a nice worm there. I wonder, are we going to have any other varieties in here? It did look like they were all the one variety, judging by the haulms. But I can't be 100% sure. Until we get through this, because sometimes I just like to mix them up. You know, if they're all Maincrop, I wouldn't mix up earlies. There's one there now that's rotten. I'm not sure if that's the seed potato or if that one's just gone rotten. We'll leave that to the side. You know, I wouldn't grow earlies and Maincrop in the same pots. Now that one there is rotten, guys. Can you see that? And that's from the crop. Do you see that? So I'm really going to move that to the side, because that's definitely, you wouldn't want to mix a rotten potato in with your crop, you know, because it would turn the others whenever you've got them sitting in storage and make them go bad. Although, to be fair, I'm giving these ones away. I definitely wouldn't want to give away a rotten potato now. That one there's okay. Sorry I'm taking so long. It's quite a dense root system. I'm just going to tip it over a bit more as well. There we are. There, they're coming out now. Although, there's another one that's rotten. Do you see that, guys? So we'll leave that to the side. And there's a Sarpo Mira. So there was a combination of potatoes in here. We'll see if there's any more Sarpo Mira. There's another big one. That's rotten as well, guys. So look, we've had problems in this one. There's 3 rotten Cara potatoes. No idea why that's happened. Maybe it was overwatering. Not sure. It doesn't seem particularly wet at the minute. There's another nice worm. But we've had loads of rain, which is really interesting. I would have expected this to be absolutely drenched, but it's not. Some nice spuds. There's another Sarpo Mira. So there was definitely a Sarpo Mira seed potato in here. But mostly Cara by the looks of things. There we go. Oh, I've thrown that one to the side. There we are. Lots of worms, absolutely lots of worms. I wonder are you guys picking that up on the camera? Lots of worms. I know I'm repeating myself big time here, but where is it? Worms and worm cocoons make me so happy. I think you guys will probably verify I get more excited over the worms and the worm cocoons than I do the potatoes. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to knock that so hard. Gosh, there really is a lot of worms. And I wonder, is that because there was some rotten potatoes and they're in there feasting away? I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. Why would there have been 3 rotten potatoes so far? Any ideas? I don't actually know. It's rare, but I have had that happen. Last year's main crop I had quite a few rotten potatoes. Nice worm cocoon there that looks closer to hatching. You see the way it's like more of a reddish amber colour. But yeah, most of the potatoes are beautiful and they're a really nice size. So we'll not complain and not get worried about it, but interesting to see that some of them are rotten. It's a real good yield. Some really nice spuds. I'm going to be really pleased to give these to the neighbours because the last ones that I gave were really small. You know, it harvested earlies and main crop early, and they weren't a big potato at all. I'm sure they were thinking, goodness Scott, you'd be better off buying them in the shops. So hopefully I'll be able to give them a nicer stash today, and I'll combine it with some leeks, and the beetroots are massive, and some carrots, really great carrots coming out of the ground at the minute. Gave some to Power Egg last week. There's some more Sarpo Mira. So it looks like there was 1 Sarpo Mira seed in here, and it's produced a small crop of smallish Sarpos, and then the rest would have been these Cara, which have done really well. Although in saying that, yeah, that's a Sarpo. And I'm going to use this soil again, guys. I've been removing raspberry plants that I don't want growing here. That I just wasn't impressed with the quality of the berries. It was very high yielding and the plants were very healthy, but the berries just weren't great tasting. I don't know the variety, but they weren't the Glen Ample. And so I've removed quite a lot of raspberry plants from the front garden there over the last couple of days, and I've got a big space, and I'm just going to top dress, I think, with this compost now just to use it up quickly. Now there's one there that I think that's about to go. Sorry guys, just pressing a button on the phone here. Can you see the way, guys, there's a bit of rot on that one? Looks fine there, but whenever you get round to here, do you see that? Yeah, that's another one that's just going to be food for the worms. It's no good. We'll just move that to the side. So that's 4 rotten potatoes we've pulled out of this one. But it is what it is. We've got a huge yield here, so I'm not complaining. I wonder if we're going to fill this 20-litre bucket. Maybe half full. There we are. So guys, once again, let me know how you're getting on with your own spuds. I really appreciate all your positive comments, and I really loved hearing about your own spud growing and how you're getting on, and if you're leaving them a bit longer, or if they're taking longer, or if you harvested already and what yields you've had. Let me know the varieties that you're growing as well. And have you grown the varieties that I'm growing here? That's Cara and Sarpo Mira, and if so, did you have good results? These are home saved tubers from last year. There's another rotten potato. So wow, this is quite a lot of rotten potatoes. Never experienced that many in a pot before, but no complaints. We've still got a great yield. Let's have a look. I think that's pretty much it, guys. I could probably go through and find, yep, the odd 1 or 2 more underneath, but there always is, but it's no big deal. Couldn't be that many more. Let's have a look. Now, let's first just take a look at these rotten potatoes. So, there you go. Look at that, guys. Now, I think, no, that one's okay. And that little one's okay, but these ones here are rotten. And they're not seed potatoes, they're this year's crop that have started to rot. For whatever reason. And the pot wasn't saturated, so I don't know if it was overwatering. So I'm not sure why that is. But there you can see, we'll move those to the side. We're not going to include those in the yield. And we'll just tip this bucket over so we can see what our yield was, which is actually very high. There we go. Quite a lot of potatoes there. You guys see that? There we are. And very small amount of the Sarpo Mira. It looked like I used one little seed potato and it didn't really produce, but the Cara really dominated. And there's a great yield there, even though we lost some to rot. So there you are, my friends. No idea the weight, but definitely a great amount of potatoes. And because it's raining, I'll leave it there. It's already 10 minutes. Thanks so much for joining me. Really appreciate all your comments. And yeah, thanks so much. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Sending lots of love. All the best.